Once upon a morning dawn, Ninja Brian and I happened upon a gold pond in a forest enchanted where we both gazed upon a bold sight so fair. See there, beneath the blue waterfall, a mermaid was swimming, and my heart enthralled became lost in the beautiful lines of her face. Her every lithe movement was exquisite grace. I trembled in silence at the love of my life. Such a delicate moment, I must play this just right. Hey, you want pizza? I screamed loud as shit. Then I grabbed a whole pizza, threw the fuck out of it. It soared through the air like some pizza-ass doves. Now marvel and witness the glory of love. Here comes the pizza! The mermaid looked off with her hair in the breeze, for she'd noticed not my love letter of cheese. I don't see how I may get her soul to listen. Like sunlight she shines, like crystals she glistens. I need to dream an ingenious new scheme, so this angel shall open her heart to me. More pizza, Brian! With onions and ham too. Now coat me in pizza and throw me, goddamn you. As choirs of angels sing out to the sky, in a cheese crust of passion, my true love shall fly. Oh, my legs! Oh, they're definitely broken. Oh no, a handsome merman has just appeared. He's brought the mermaid filet mignon, Brian. That's a clearly superior dish. Now they're boning. Wow, that was fast. Hold on, I'm gonna try to hop over and tell her I love her. Ah! Can one of you angels fly me to a hospital, please? No? Cool. Fuck you guys. I'm not like other guys. I can tell that you have played it safe your whole life. So let's get naughty and break a couple rules tonight. Sneak in a movie no one will ever know. Then run on private property and hold each other close. Beneath the moonlight, I've got a fun idea. Lean and kiss a cheek and gently whisper in your ear. Let's steal a car tonight. Commit a felony with me and drive until the sunrise. Let's steal a motherfucking car tonight. Be young and alive. So let's commit some crimes. Hey, I like you. I got your flowers. Let's get some coffee. Look deep in my eyes and tell me about your family. We can hold hands, then you can watch me shoot cocaine into my eyes and rock a family. Let's steal some art tonight. What's a few Picassos when you're on a sexy date heist? Let's steal some precious fucking art tonight. Young and alive, and crossing state lines. Or, you know, we could go a little more traditional. Go for a walk, watch a movie. Actually, there's a really nice flower exhibit at the Botanical Gardens. Ninja Brian was just telling me about that last week. He loved it. Wait, you know what? Fuck it! Let's kill some guy tonight. We're holding hands and laughing while we shank 'em in the starlight. Let's take a motherfucking life tonight. Young and alive, which I can say for that guy. Yeah, let's kill 5 guys tonight. Then share a cherry cola while we blast a savage drive-by. Let's kill 10 guys tonight. You know what? First date, let's pump the brakes on the murders. Let's kill 5 guys tonight. I'll take you back to your place and we'll craft a perfect alibi.
Want to do it again next week? No? Oh, all right.
Well, hey everybody.
Kill me.
I am very, very sorry about the about having to move the stream around like we did. Unfortunately, I'm the only adult in the family.
The fuck am I? I've been the one maintaining this house.
Yeah, you're the housewife of the family.
Yeah, exactly like a housewife. I don't get anything for the work I do.
Oh God, here we go. But yeah, so yeah, it was the whole thing. But it's okay. It's over. It's done with. Things are taken care of. Grandma's safely back home. All is well. So
As long as Grandma's safe, that's literally the only thing we care about.
pretty much, yeah. So sorry for having to move the DisasterCast to this evening, but by the time we got back, I desperately needed a nap. Like, really badly.
I still need sleep, but fuck it.
I think that's kind of just your default state.
Depression's a hell of a thing.
It is. So, anyway, we are going to continue with No More Heroes, maybe actually make a little bit of progress in the story, and Kayla is going to share with us a few more tales, because we got a few things got a few stories today. So, what events are we going to be discussing today, Kayla?
So, first I'm gonna do the American Airlines Flight 191.
It's always a flight. It's a lot. Have we done more airplane, like air flight disasters, or more boating disasters?
More
on this
boating
show?
disasters, and I'm trying to do more airline disasters because I know how you feel about boats.
Well, I mean, I can handle boating. It's just I noticed that we were just doing so many. We were listing pretty heavily into the boating stuff.
I mean, they have more history and more meat to them than plane disasters do, because
that is because like a plane disaster,
it's a lot slower.
Yeah, like with plane disasters, it's just like, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this one. So we have this airplane disaster.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Lackawanna Limited Wreck,
Ooh.
which is a train disaster.
Oh yes, we don't do enough train disasters on this show.
There's not as many documented, and again, it's a thing of there's not as much meat to them.
Yeah.
It's
Makes
just
sense.
train go.
Train go boom. Train go boom, everybody.
And
that'll be our if there is anybody live whenever we finish this stream for us to raid, then that will be the rating message. Train go boom.
train go boom. Okay.
Train go boom.
And the other one I have is the Silver Bridge collapse, which will be last.
Okay, Silver Bridge collapse is gonna be last because that one's got a bit more documentation on.
Yeah,
there's a little bit more meat to that story, so
I have more mechanical stuff for that story.
Yeah, so we're gonna do kind of the first two as like a nice little appetizer to sort of whet your appetites, and then the Silver Bridge collapse is gonna be kind of the meatiest one of the group because we got a lot to dive into for that one. A lot of information on that one.
I mean, the Silver Bridge is the only one with a full museum completely dedicated just to that.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of got a little bit more going on. But yeah, so that is our plans for today. Some very nice. Oh God, why? I know that it's because I saved on the other. Oh no, I regret so many choices.
She's 18 now. It's fine.
I still don't like it.
She's 18. It's fine.
I am nearly 30.
Yeah, and I'm 25. So the Lackawanna Limited Wreck.
Yes, let's start there.
Because that one has the least amount to it. Because, fun fact, the Lackawanna Limited Wreck happened on August 30th.
Oh, hang on, we got a story thing to
God
do first.
damn it.
Sorry. We gotta do the story thing first.
This bishop's grave.
It's somebody's grave, I don't know.
Were you friends?
Yes.
Nope.
We never met in person, but we knew each other well.
Hey, it's you and
online
Minx.
friends? Yeah. Oh, online.
Even though our countries and languages were different, we truly understood each other. I am very much indebted to him. He gave me courage.
What accent is that?
I think it's meant to be a very heavy Japanese
By any
accent.
chance?
Do you know his best friend, Travis?
Of course.
Excellent. In that case, would you please give this to him?
What is it? It's a bomb.
Bishop.
It's a bomb.
It is a lot of things. I suppose.
It's my dick in a box.
It's my oh my god, Bishop had a massive dick.
Now, let me light some incense before I go.
Thanks. I promise to deliver it to my master.
Raise do.
Okay.
Yeah?
Excuse you, this man's trying to have a moment
Yeah,
of silence.
yeah, like,
this is
this
really disrespectful.
Yeah, actually, this is genuinely pretty. This man is praying. Oh, never mind. See, he got tired of your shit, so he left. He got tired of your shit.
I get it.
You drove him away. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on you. Dishonor on your cow. Dishonor on me. All right. All right.
Okay.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna start whacking things.
Okay, so the Lackawanna Limited wreck.
Lackawanna. Lack of what? What's it got a lack of?
Lack of real names.
Aw, that's rude.
So no background, really. It's just going almost straight to disaster.
Oh, wow. We're just kind of jumping on in there, huh?
Yeah, that's why I have this in the airplane first, because there's not much in the way of, like, background. Because that's not as documented, and I hate it. I had to go to, like, 4 different websites just to get enough meat into this story to fill it up.
I had to make an extra trip to the fridge.
Yeah,
The fridge being the research, you know, for more meat for this sandwich.
yeah.
It's not a very meaty sandwich. This is the vegetarian this is the vegetarian appetizer, the veggie hors d'oeuvres.
This is the salad.
Wait, actually, okay, question for chat. Question for chat, because I feel like there's also kind of a question for you. I'm curious about your answer on this.
Okay.
Hors d'oeuvres and appetizers. Are they the same thing? Like, actually cocked her head to the side like, oh, fuck.
I mean, I'm not as well versed in hors d'oeuvres, but based on what I have seen and what little I do know, I would say they are the same as appetizers because they're not the entree, they're not the real meal. They're just something to get the palate going so you can truly appreciate the main course.
See, I disagree, though. I think that the appetizer is the meal that you, like, sit down. That's like whenever you sit down for the meal. Hors d'oeuvres are like the little finger food snacks served beforehand to keep everybody from, like, cannibalizing each other before the meal starts.
That is true.
So I feel like hors d'oeuvres are different.
So you think hors d'oeuvres are different because they can be had standing up and milling about, but appetizers need to be you need to have them sitting down?
Well, I think that appetizers are like a planned, like, okay, if we start getting into like if we get into the meat but seriously, if we like really start digging into, you know, actual 3-course meals and stuff like that, like speaking in the context of that, appetizer is something that is specifically chosen. It is meant to complement the rest of the meal and, like you said, to whet the appetite and to prepare the palate for the rest of the meal, right?
Yeah.
But hors d'oeuvres are like just, they are optional little snacks. Just if you're feeling a little bit peckish before the meal, you can have a little something to tide you over.
Okay, so...
That's my logic.
Okay, let's take an example of the dinner we actually had today.
Okay.
So, we would call the bloomin' onion thing the appetizer,
Yeah.
while our individual meals were the entree.
Yeah.
What would you call the bread with the butter?
I think I would call that an hors d'oeuvre. I think I would call that.
Yeah, that's what I would consider it an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, I would call that a little finger food that you can like snack on, because it's something that's already provided, not necessarily as part of the like requested menu. You know, it's just something that you just. It's like peanuts.
They
at
literally
Sagebrush.
just asked us, would you like some bread?
Yeah, like peanuts at Cracker Barrel and Sagebrush. Those would be the hors
They
d'oeuvres.
need to have peanuts again, but I know why they can't.
Oh yeah. I know why they don't anymore, but
I know
back
why they
whenever we
don't,
did
but I
do that.
want it again.
Well, why do you hate our audience with nut allergies?
I don't know, because I haven't had peanuts in a long time. I've had just peanuts. They have to be in something else before I can have them, and I just want to take some peanuts, crack them out of the shells, and eat them because they were salty and so good, and I loved them, and they remind me of times before the divorce.
Kaylee, you do know that there is a supermarket right down the fucking road where you can get peanuts in shells, right?
No, I actually didn't.
Yeah, it's like literally not even 5 minutes. I will order you some off Amazon if you want. If you want it to be like the Cracker Barrel peanuts or whatever.
Kinda.
Okay. I will get you some peanuts and shells. I just did not know you had such a strong desire for fucking peanuts.
I just haven't had them in years. It's been 84 years.
All right, listen, we already did Titanic, okay? And this just completely derailed, but I feel like it was kind of okay for this to derail.
I was about to say, this is another derailing.
I feel like this went in a direction, but I feel like everybody's kind of happy with the direction that we went in.
I was surprised with how this went.
That's what she said? Or like, no, title of your sex tape. I was surprised at how this went. Title of your sex tape.
That's my drag name. So anyway, on August 30th, 1943...
Just a reminder, we're talking about the Train Go Boom.
Train go boom.
Train Go Boom.
The Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad's New York to Buffalo Lackawanna Limited train left...
Yes. I'm sorry, every time you keep saying Lackawanna, all I think about is, did anyone... Oh god, I'm really gonna show my age right now, but did anyone watch on Nickelodeon Salute Your Shorts?
No.
Because they had a whole song. It was like, Camp Onawanna, we hold you in our hearts, and when we think about you, and then the Joker would yell, it makes us want to fart! And then the camp counselor would be like, it's I hope we never part, now get it right or pay the price. I don't know what the fuck the price was.
I was gonna say, what's
like,
the
what?
price?
Can we go into the hot box or something? Is that how summer camps go? I've never been to only summer camp I went to was ROTC summer camp, and it was pretty much hell.
I was about to say, you went to ROTC camp, and it was actual torture, kind of.
It was actual hell. It was actual sleep deprivation torture, and I hated it. I think I have to hop over that way, but there's, like, things over there that I want. So.
I'm sure you'll get there eventually.
Hi, Raging Username. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, yeah. And then at the end it was the thing came apart. Yeah, okay, so Reaper knows what I'm talking about. Great. I didn't just hallucinate that shit. I want to find a way to get to those.
So it left Hoboken, New Jersey at 9:20 a.m. with about 500 passengers on board.
Okay.
Quite a number of these passengers were students, and also a lot of them were military personnel due to either being drafted for or returning from combat in World War II.
Oh, we're starting off great. We're starting off just, oh man, we're starting off fantastically.
So the train made a stop in Binghamton and left there at 2:50 p.m., which was actually about 30 minutes behind schedule. They traveled at its max speed at around 70 miles an hour to make up for the lost time.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Like all the jackasses who were on the road today as we were driving down the highway.
Oh my god, we nearly got sideswiped how many times?
Like 5 times.
Jesus.
Luckily, I'm a good driver. 'Cause
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. And that little fucking car that would just sit in your blind spot and didn't let us make our exit.
We missed an exit because I kindly because I try to be nice on the road because like I believe in. Okay, so this is kind of funny. So like I'm not necessarily a practitioner of like karma and shit like that. That's not like, I mean, you know, I do think you just be nice to people.
I'm waiting for the however.
However, I do actually kind of believe in like road karma.
Yeah.
That, you know, be nice to people on the road and then eventually someone on the road will be nice to you. You know, like pay it forward type
I get
deal.
that.
Yeah, I'm kind of a pay it forward person when it comes to being on the road. But so I let this guy over because he clearly needs to get over, and then I turn on my turn signal to kind of indicate, hey, I got to get over there. Can you like either speed up or slow down? Nope, motherfucker just parks himself in that blind spot. Just parks himself in my blind. I sped up, he sped up. I slowed down, he slowed down.
Yep.
What an ass.
And I only flipped him off until he was way past us.
Yeah, she did flip him off.
I mean, this is the South. If you road rage, if you flip off the wrong person, they can pretty much like run you off the road or pull out a gun.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna flip them off directly to their face.
I think it's more just this is America. We have actually, like, we actually did have a local story fairly recently of a person who, like, died in a road rage incident because, like, he was going at...
We were surprised it was not our dad.
Yeah, but he was, like, it was a kid who, like, he was, you know... things happen. You accidentally get cut off sometimes on the highway. It happens. It happens, okay?
It sucks, but it happens.
Yeah, it sucks, but it happens. The important thing is that nobody gets hurt, right? And the guy was, and so it was this kid who cut off, who accidentally cut off this guy. And granted, he was on a motorcycle, so I completely understand why he was so scared and upset at the kid in the truck. But like, you know, at a certain point, it's like, please calm the fuck down, because when they get on the exit, he and his buddy is in a truck. The guy on the bike, the biker, and his buddy who is in a truck, basically
Box
stop
the kid in.
yeah, basically box this kid in on the exit. And he's like coming at him like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you, I'm gonna kill you. Like, he actually does pull a gun and is like, the biker is like, I'm gonna kill, and this kid is just like, sir, you need to, and like, kid pulls a gun, is like, sir, you need to back up. Like, genuinely afraid for his life. This is a 40-something-year-old man intimidating like a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
And
if he was even that old.
Yeah, if he was even that old. And so this 19-year-old is like, sir, please calm down. You need to step back. Please calm down. He wouldn't do it, and the kid just felt threatened, understandably, and shot him.
Yeah.
And so shoots him, and he goes down, and then it wasn't his buddy. It wasn't the biker's buddy. It was the biker's son.
Yeah.
Biker's son starts coming at him, and the young man is like, don't do it, please. Like, he is actively begging this man not to do that. Like, please back away. You need to get help for your dad. And he was just like, I'm gonna kill you. And so son ends up getting shot too. Son dies, and father is paralyzed for life. So,
yep.
Don't do road rage, kids.
Yep.
Is what that story was all leading up to.
Yeah. And that's just the local road rage story that's currently circulating. There have been plenty before.
Yeah.
Was it road rage or another woman that caused someone to stab someone else in the Walmart parking lot? Because I remember that.
That was like, that was a beef between two guys over a woman.
That's it.
This is our town, y'all.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why we're so fascinated with disasters. We live in a disaster. Oh, I don't want to do the shower thing, but I gotta save.
So, fun fact. Oh, wait, no, I said... No, this is another fun fact.
Okay.
So, as I mentioned...
I forgot to save, god damn it, because I was trying to skip through this part. God damn it.
This is why we take our time. I know you don't.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
So, as I mentioned, train was about 30 minutes behind schedule, started going max speed at 70 miles an hour to make up for it.
Okay.
So, fun fact. Because of the drafting of all the young men for the war effort, work was mainly being done by older men on the trains who were nearing retirement.
Right, because, you know, everyone was drafted.
Yeah, and new rules had to be implemented because of this.
Well, like, was there a scheduled designated nap time?
God, I wish. Oh my god, if my work would give me the accommodation...
That's the shit that unions need to fight for, scheduled fucking nap time. I'm only slightly joking, everybody.
I mean... No fucking shit. If I could get my therapist to agree to it and get my work to okay it, I would probably be able to have like a longer break or a longer lunch just to allow me time to sleep because I need it. Because you know me.
I do know you, yes, that is true. You are my sister, and therefore I know you quite well.
See the shit I gotta put up with? How are we 30 minutes in and I'm only like 6 bullet points in?
To be fair, we had a very important, riveting discussion about hors d'oeuvres.
Young lady, you know it's dangerous coming to a place like this.
Is that the guy from last time? That is the guy from last time.
I thought you were gonna say it's dangerous to go alone and take this.
I see it on the news all the time. Maybe that's
Oh, but he twinned himself.
2 grown men to keep her company.
This
You
is
are
really
not the two
creepy,
grown
y'all.
men.
Y'all, this is... Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Taking his place. Not that it matters. The result's gonna be the same. I don't have time for this.
You're taking Travis's place? Wow. I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty disrespected.
Just shut up and fight.
Oh, listen to this whore.
Yeah, okay, I'm killing you both. I'm actually very glad that you're twins. It means I get to kill you twice.
Pissing me off. Seriously. And she's so rude. Reminds me of my complaining customers. Now, try
Oh god! Oh god, too
Don't you
real.
dare try to make this fucker relatable, I swear to Jesus.
Grace. I mean, come on. Put her there.
Huh?
No, don't do it.
No.
It's a trap.
No,
It's a trap. Don't do it. It's a trap.
don't do it.
Paramount.
It's a trick. It's a trick. It's a trick.
Don't do it.
It's a trick.
Shake. Dirty nympho.
Gross.
Ever.
He's like half a second away from being like he's like half of a second away from being like
Why don't you smile more, honey?
yeah.
Destroy Spark. What the?
Supposed to spark? Lame.
I'm very happy that she did that.
Thank God.
Yeah, that
I do love this woman.
in the mail.
Enough with your freak show. Now bring it.
We're gonna kill you twice over.
Could you
I
at
was
least
about to say the
sing
same
up?
to you. Yeah, I was about to say the same to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of the new rules that had to be implemented that if you two trains ran on these tracks, passenger trains and freight trains.
Right.
So one of the rules was that if you were on a freight train, you had to give passenger trains 10 minutes to clear the track once you were signaled that one was coming.
Right. Let me adjust the volume a little bit. It's a little loud for me. Okay, so 10 minutes, you gotta signal that you're, like, so that everybody knows who's where, so that, you know, train no go boom.
Yeah, freight trains stay off track for 10 minutes after being told passenger train going yum.
Yeah.
So, speaking of freight trains, there was one on these same tracks traveling from Elmira to Mount Morris, and they were actually getting back onto the main line of the track after switching some of their freight cars at a furniture factory.
Okay. The whole reason why we have that delay. Okay.
Yeah. So, part of this was there was a signal to let oncoming trains know if there was someone else on the tracks. It would give them time to set up the emergency brakes and make themselves stop before they made contact.
Right. Because trains do not stop on a dime. Even now, even modern trains, they don't.
No, they don't. And even, unfortunately, this signal on the DL&W train line showed the track to be clear whenever it wasn't.
Okay.
So it didn't let the passenger train know that freight train was on there.
Bad, bad, bad.
Very bad. Very bad. Hi, James. Very bad.
Hi, James.
So, this was at the cause of the freight train, who had pretty much ignored a stop signal telling them that the DL&W train was coming, and they went back onto the passenger track. So it's kind of the freight train's fault.
Okay.
Or, yeah, the freight train just doesn't feel like an actual thing that exists. It just feels like a phrase.
I know, right?
So, freight train fucked up, and they were just like, we're gonna get back on the tracks. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was like, okay, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah,
I'm
this
freight
whole
train.
disaster, I had to look up the different articles just to figure out what the fuck exactly happened. Because it was so confusing. Because there are no visuals anywhere. Excuse me. Anyway, at 5:22 p.m., the DL&W passenger train sideswiped the engine of the freight train and ended up derailed along the side. And this came with the sides of the cars being scraped all to hell by the locomotive of the freight train, because passenger trains look pretty, freight trains are stronger.
Right, that's
They
true.
gotta carry heavy.
They gotta carry heavy shit, yeah.
Yeah. So they sideswiped them, and passenger train is getting derailed and getting scraped all to hell.
Fun times.
Yeah, in particular, this caused damage to the 5th passenger coach. And this coach had its side torn open, which allowed boiler steam from the damaged freight engine, now on its side from the side swipe, to shoot straight into this coach.
Oh, fun!
Yes, some people were able to escape by breaking windows, and that did allow for some of the steam pouring in to get vented out. But almost all of the fatalities from this wreck were in this coach. because people were either scalded by boiling water or literally cooked.
Great!
Yeah. Although one person, I think it was like the main engineer, he and two others were up front in the train whenever they saw and hit the emergency brake, but that didn't stop them enough to not sideswipe the freight train. He actually just kaboomed through the windshield.
Wow.
Of the train, and he broke his neck by hitting a tree.
Wow, how pleasant for him that this happened.
He was, I think, one of, if not the only one who didn't die from being cooked inside the 5th passenger coach.
Okay, cool.
So it was a whole bunch of people boiled alive, and one person who got Final Destination against a tree.
I like that you used Final Destination as a verb. But also, that's really sad that those people boiled alive.
Oh yeah. A lot of them were children.
Oh, great. Oh yeah, that's right, students.
Yeah. So, rescue efforts.
Oh yeah. Because you still gotta call the rescue people out even when it's like, feels like we're kinda a little late for that, but okay.
Well, actually...
Oh.
Kinda helped. So a deputy sheriff was actually on a nearby bridge, and he kind of saw the thing happening, and he was able to immediately radio for medical services.
Oh, wow.
Mainly to the nearby towns, because the closest town, Wayland, only had 15 beds in their hospital.
Oh.
And this passenger train was carrying 500 people.
Gonna need a few more than 15 beds, yeah.
Just a little bit. A practice wartime blackout for all of New York State was actually supposed to happen around this time, but it was completely ignored because of the rescue effort being made, and the Army canceled it and instead sent civil defense personnel to aid in the rescue as well.
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, a lot of the Army personnel who were on the train, because again, they were either being drafted and being sent to boot camp, or they were returning back from battle. A lot of them ended up forming a makeshift police unit to keep the spectators from interfering with police and medical efforts, as well as aiding people getting out until, like, the actual police could show up.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not too awful bad.
Not too awful great, but, you know.
Yeah, not too awful great, but... let's see, I think... Where is my note? Where is it? Why did I not put it in?
I don't know.
I think only about 57 people died.
That is genuinely shocking to me that only 57... So only...
Between either 37 or 57.
Either way, out of 500 people, that's still, like, insane.
Yeah. But again, they were also, like, completely cooked inside a coach due to boiling water pouring in.
Yeah, I mean, still a pretty awful way to go. Yeah, be a creepy dude again. Do it again. Do it again, I dare you. I got a fake hand too. That was pretty satisfying, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay, Dax, between 37 and 57 people died.
I can't believe I fell for that.
Most of them were boiled alive, but one was final destinationed into a tree and broke his neck.
Fun times. Fun times.
Yeah. I think it was also the same guy who immediately tried to hit the brake as soon as he saw what was happening, but it was too late.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. So anyway. Aftermath and investigation.
Oh boy!
So the wreck ended up taking out about 1,000 feet of track. Because, you know, sideswiping and derailment.
Yeah, that's gonna fuck up
Just
your
because
train
it says
track.
derailing doesn't mean that it's gonna leave the
Doesn't
track
mean the rail
unscathed.
just gets left alone.
Yeah. So only 6 cars were able to stay upright on the passenger train. The passenger train had like 15 cars originally.
That's how I took them out.
Destroyman came back? Huh, didn't see that coming.
Did you?
He's an annoying prick, though. I'm glad he's dead. Again.
I can kill more fighters for you. Whatever my master wants.
No!
Please stop. Please. I'm very
No.
uncomfortable. I need an adult.
Stop.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
I knew
need
you
an
when you
adult.
were a
I need an
child.
adult.
Stop.
I need an adult. I need an
Stop,
adult.
stop, 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 stop.
Who the fuck are you?
That's the guy from the grave.
Eat this! Must be
No,
having
it's
a
not.
nightmare.
Hey, over here.
No, stop. Please stop. I knew you when you were a child. Stop, 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 stop.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Please stop. Oh god, I don't like it.
I feel like that pervy teacher in a porn.
Yes, thank
Thank
you,
God!
Travis. Okay, thank you, Travis. We're on the same page on this one. Oh.
It's me. I am sending the next fight to your map. So, you can really count on her, yes? The rest should be easy now that
Honey, you deserve so much better.
Please. Please, you don't need this right now. Like, you know. Grow as a person first.
You're a literal child.
Yeah.
Nah, it's nothing. The next sucker's all mine.
Okay, so Rail's fucked up.
Yeah, it took about 1,000 feet of track from the damages. Only 6 cars remained upright, and they ended up being used to transport the relatively...
I forgot about this,
God
sorry.
damn it.
Sorry, I forgot about this. It's the bomb. It's my dick in a box. Kind of my dick in a box. Beam Katana Rose Nasty.
Remember, consent is important no matter whomst the fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
Travis did not consent.
Yeah. Alright, continue. Yeah, I'm gonna play with the kitty now.
So, the 6 cars that remained upright, they managed to attach an engine to it and transport the relatively unharmed passengers back to Elmira for treatment and for lodging for the night.
Let's get y'all all tucked into bed. It's been a long day, so it's time to turn out the lights, brush our teeth, and go to sleep.
While you're all packed into these carts like sardines.
Every time I close my eyes, I see the screaming children as they boil alive. And you're being a little bit of a Debbie Downer now. I feel like this is like a camp. This is the worst summer camp ever. And someone's being a Debbie Downer.
Come here.
There were 2 children who were orphaned by this.
Alright, fine, make me look like the asshole.
Well, you do enough of that on your own. I just like to enhance it.
Fair enough.
So, by the next evening, because they brought in repair crews ASAP to clear the wreckage and fix the track.
And also cover up the records, bury the bodies.
Pretty much. The train traffic was actually back on schedule within 24 hours of the impact.
Take that, Mussolini! Fucking trains ran on time my ass.
Alright, so the DL&W train brought in many family members of the passengers to either reunite them with their loved ones or have them to identify the dead.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more! You knew that was coming.
Yeah, I knew.
A lot of the bodies were scalded beyond recognition, and final identification couldn't be made on a couple of them.
Oh boy. Fuck. Mistimed that.
It's either the right amount of heat or the right amount of boiling water can turn bones into jelly.
Yeah.
And that happened.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Oh.
Anyway, state and interstate agencies were brought in to identify a cause of the crash and to speak with personnel from both trains who had survived. The freight train engineer said he wasn't expecting the passenger train so soon because it was reported to be behind schedule. The engineer of the passenger train reported that they had sped up enough to only be about 10 minutes behind schedule, and that by the time he saw the freight train and applied the emergency brakes, it was too late to do anything.
Basically, didn't nobody pay the fuck attention.
Yeah, honestly.
This is why safety protocols are important, everybody.
So, the investigation confirmed that all signaling devices were operating fine and they were in the correct position, but there was also a lot of conflicting information, mainly coming from the freight train to throw confusion into the report because they kind of knew it was their fault.
Okay, yeah, so threw in a lot of he said, she said shit.
Yeah, but
the idea, it's like with a defense attorney, the idea is that you don't need to prove that you didn't do it, it's that you need to cast just enough doubt. Keep someone from thinking that you did it.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, the investigation confirmed that... Oh, sorry. The investigation ultimately concluded that the cause was failure of the railroad to, quote, adhere to and enforce operating rules which are essential to safety.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Both people's faults.
Wow, that's some both sides shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, it turns out the freight train was required to be off the main line by 5:03 p.m. The collision happened at 5:22. They moved back on, like, a couple minutes before the impact, when all the passenger train signals told them to keep going. So the freight train knew they had to be off the tracks, but they kind of just got back on because they figured, the other train's behind, it's fine, we're not gonna meet them.
Fuck it, we're a freight train.
It's pretty much the freight train's fault.
Yeah, it's like, this sounds an awful lot like the freight train's fault.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So in the end, I was only able to find 2 cases of litigation for the disaster. The spouse of one victim, she was awarded $23,000 in a settlement for a negligence claim against the railroad. This is $23,000 back then money.
That's quite, yeah.
That's 1940s money.
Yeah, that's some pretty good money nowadays.
And one other was what I mentioned before. The surviving minor children of a couple killed in the accident were awarded $51,000. I get it, 1940s money.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Probably not quite, oh wow, mom and dad should die more often money, though.
Yeah. What kind of money is that? How much would
Mom
that
and dad should die more often
how
money?
much would that be?
Oh, God,
Chat debate!
Yeah, chat debate. How much is, wow, mom and dad should die more often money? Y'all get on that, chat. As someone who does not have a great relationship with either of his parents, I'm probably not in the best position to... Yeah. This is cut and dry. Why do people go like, well, it was both people? That's because it's fucking enlightened centrism, Dax.
There's good people on both sides.
Ugh.
That kind of
Very fine people on both sides. We love them, and they are very special.
So because of this accident, derailing devices were ordered to be installed along the DL and W line, because having one of those would have completely prevented the damage and the deaths to the incident, because they would have helped in stopping the train.
Kind of sounds like this wasn't really the passenger train's fault. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Kind of seems like this wasn't a both sides thing.
It wasn't.
Yeah, but it was just...
It was pretty much the freight train's fault.
Just gonna throw out a little speculation here and say, kind of feels like this wasn't the case of both sides, but you know, it's just me. That's just me.
So, final fun fact. One coach from the train that did survive was actually repaired by the Midwest Railway Preservation Society in Cleveland, Ohio, and they put it up for display in a museum in 2013. And you can go visit it.
Nice.
I like it. Alright, so that's the Lackawanna Limited Wreck. What did we learn today, kids?
When we think about you, it makes me want to fart.
So the American Airlines Flight 191.
That's what I learned from this.
So you weren't paying attention then?
No, I was paying attention. Train go boom. Oh, fuck you, game. Fuck you and your fucking shitty, well-done steak. I'm just gonna throw my fucking shoe on the grill because you won't even notice the difference.
I think the main lesson from this one is, you know, don't trust any freight company.
I could have told you that. I work at Lowe's.
Yeah, I know. I work there too.
Yeah,
Well,
I was just saying, like,
I mean,
work is subjective.
I was about to say work is very subjective right now. They aren't even giving me any money right now.
Yeah.
But they're not making me pay my insurance.
Anyway,
American Airlines Flight 191.
now plane go boom.
Yeah, now plane go boom. So, okay, so background. The aircraft that later turned into debris was a McDonnell Douglas DC-1010 aircraft that was registered as N110AA.
What does that mean?
That's just the plane's registration
Oh,
ID.
okay.
It's like NCC 1701 on the Starship Enterprise.
I love you saying that as if I fucking watched Star Trek.
I know! It was the only one I could think of.
Kayla over here just flexing her nerd muscles on me.
I have a tattoo of Star Trek on me. I need to have some knowledge just tucked away.
Some kind of justification for that decision.
Yeah, I was 18. You were there.
I was there. I've been there for, well, not all of your tattoos, because I wasn't there for your Avengers one.
That one kind of snuck up on me.
That's what she said?
I mean, it was Friday the 13th, and the dude was like, yeah, I'll give you a $13 Avengers tattoo. Fuck it. Well, he was saying that because I gave him $20 and just told him to keep the change. But, pro tip, always tip your tattoo artist.
Yeah, I can't believe that people, like, I mean, I guess I can understand why we don't really know about that, because it's not a discussion many people talk about.
Yeah. Although I got confirmed by it whenever my friend Sarah down the road married a tattoo artist.
Oh,
Yeah. She's married, by the way.
good for her.
Yeah. How do tattoos sneak up on you? You go with a friend whenever she makes an appointment for a Friday the 13th tattoo, and you make the passing comment, oh yeah, I think I might get an Avengers tattoo whenever I save up the money, and the tattoo artist is like, hey, I'm bored. I'll do a small one the size of a quarter on you for the $13 Friday the 13th thing. I'm like, fuck it, okay. That's how a tattoo sneaks up on you.
Fair enough.
I didn't have work the rest of the day, so I mean,
Yeah.
fuck it. So background on this plane. So the DC-10 type of aircraft was actually plagued with design flaws, especially in the 1970s. Mainly having to do with the cargo doors on the planes.
Oh, God.
But it did eventually reach a sturdy design and a higher safety rating in 1998.
Okay.
This disaster happened in 1979.
Oh, boy.
But it's not for the reason you're automatically thinking it was.
Okay.
These planes are now almost exclusively used by FedEx for commercial cargo delivery, and the rest of them have basically been retired and scrapped.
This is, oh my God, so we're literally FedEx, planes, it's about to go boom. Oh my God, y'all, it's Castaway.
I've never seen Castaway.
It's pretty good.
I might watch it because I do like those stranded on an island movies.
Yeah.
Alright. So... sorry, hold on.
Oh, you're fine.
Needed my water. So, this plane was delivered for use on February 25th, 1972, and it had logged a little under 20,000 hours of flying time before it shook hands with danger.
Did you just make a Top Gun reference?
Is that Top Gun?
I think it might be. I don't know. I'm not entirely certain.
I don't know. I just heard it on another podcast and I was like, oh, that's funny.
I do know that Top Gun is like the danger zone.
Yeah, I know. Kenny Loggins. Anyway. So the plane was powered by 3 GE CF6-6D engines. No one really cares
They
about
were
that.
feeling so fly like a G6.
Get out of this guy.
I had to do it. You mentioned the G3, I had to do it.
I said GE.
Oh.
It had 3 engines on it, and no mechanical discrepancies were recorded for the plane as of May 11th, 1979. On the day of the accident, in violation of standard procedure, the records were not removed from the craft, and they were destroyed in the accident.
Huh. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. And the flight crew for the ill-fated craft included Captain Walter Lux, First Officer James Dillard, and Flight Engineer Alfred Yudovich, all of whom had hundreds, if not thousands, of hours logged in the DC-10 type of aircraft. So, the disaster that happens, it's not their fault.
We really need to emphasize it was not their fault.
Yes, actually.
Okay, fair enough.
Because as soon as that happened, and before we knew a whole bunch of things, those guys were immediately thrown under the bus along with the burning plane.
That... Wow! The way you just casually dropped that joke, I'm so proud of you for that joke delivery. I just need you to know that.
Yay! She's proud of me!
That was a very good joke delivery is all I'm saying.
Yay! So anyway, the accident itself.
Mm-hmm.
On May 25th, 1979, Flight 191 was set to take off from O'Hare International Airport in Chicago, Illinois, and to land in LAX in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
The plane was carrying 258 passengers and 13 crew members, including the 3 flight crew I mentioned before, bringing our total up to 271.
271 bodies, nice.
Actually, it was like 273. And I'll get into that in a minute.
Oh, we're getting spicy now.
So the craft, the plane was able to reach takeoff speed, and it was starting to get airborne. And it kind of
Airborne like that bike.
Yeah, airborne like that bike. And it kind of started noticing it was listing a little bit.
We can never, even when we don't do boating accidents, we cannot get away from the fucking listing, I swear to God.
Yep.
Oh, we gotta do a thing. Real power.
As opposed to that fake power, like Mussolini.
I mean, we joke, but he really was pretty fucking useless.
Like a Nazi?
Yeah, Nazis were also pretty fucking useless.
Why are your boobs jiggling that much? You're not moving enough to warrant that.
Because Suda 5-1. Does he prefer Suda 5-1 or Suda 51?
I think Suda 5-1.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I'm making a guess.
I want to make sure that I, like, speaking... I want to make sure that I'm using the correct references.
When you're making fun of a man?
Yes.
You know what? That's fair.
If I make fun of a person, it's going to be for the things that they do, not for who they are.
I learned from Monsters, Inc. Okay, first of all, it's Cretan. If you're gonna insult me, do it properly.
Exactly.
What is going on?
I don't know. I think a character from Persona is gonna fight us now. No, not Persona. Danganronpa. Maybe she's got a medical condition that makes her boobs jiggle more. Maybe.
Oh, you're doing a bike fight.
Oh boy.
Oh, baby boy,
Oh.
you doing a bike fight.
I don't know how to feel about this.
I think I did this fight in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Okay. Oh shit, I hit the quit button. I didn't mean to do that. We're starting off great, everybody.
Oh my god, this is fantastic. I love it. I love it.
Did I just lose all that progress?
Yes, you did.
I'm so upset right now.
No, you're not.
I actually or genuinely am. Fuck! Please let me skip through cutscenes. For the love of God, please. I don't want to watch her be creepy.
There you go. You can skip through the cutscene.
Okay, good. Holy fuck. I gotta play with Jean again. Anyway. So they notice that they're listing lazily to the left.
Actually, it was left.
It always is.
What happened was, the number 1 engine and its pylon assembly separated from the left wing of the plane.
Okay.
And that took a 3-foot section of the leading edge, which is the front part of the wing that meets the air, took that off with it.
Oh, goody.
So we have an engine and part of the wing that just went doop.
Just said, I'm out. Peace.
Yep. So, I'm sorry, the wind fell out? The wing, sorry. The
The wind
wind.
just stopped. The wind said, I've had enough of this. Fuck you, Bernoulli, and your goddamn principles.
Yes.
For those of you playing along at home, Bernoulli's principle is the concept of whenever air has a longer distance to travel, it becomes less dense. And so Bernoulli's principle is actually used in order to make planes fly, because propulsion, what it actually does is it creates wind resistance. Wind flows over the top of the plane as well as under the bottom. The top of plane wings are curved so as to make it so that the wind has to travel a farther distance, which causes its density to become less because it's stretched out over a greater surface area. But underneath, the wing is completely flat so that the air current and the wind travels much faster, which means that it's a lot more dense, and that's how planes fly, and that's Bernoulli's principle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were, giving us a lesson, so that automatically meant I had to play the game.
You're gonna fuck up everything that I'm doing to try and help this cat lose weight.
Okay, I have had trouble losing weight. Sometimes a little squish is good.
Yeah, but like... Oh, fuck. Anyway.
And you say I'm gonna fuck everything. So the CVR unfortunately lost the cockpit voice recorder. It lost power once the engine detached. So we don't know what was said in the cockpit in the 50 seconds leading up to the final impact.
It's probably something along the lines of, oh shit.
Yeah, the 50 seconds that was in the air without an engine. However, we did get right before it could only catch a thumping sound, which was most likely the engine separating, and the first officer James Dillard yelling, "Damn."
What amazing last words, just damn.
Well, see, the thing with this is that they couldn't fucking see. They had no idea what was going on. All they could tell was, plane going left?
So why are we going left?
Yeah. And because the CVR, lost power, it's also probably why air traffic control couldn't get in touch with the cockpit to let them know they had dropped an engine on the runway. Because the crew couldn't see. They didn't know that an engine had fallen off. Air traffic control was trying to let them know, but they had lost power.
Oh no. It's like, hey, you guys dropped something. Hey, y'all dropped. That's like the worst case of, hey, you dropped something.
I did have in my notes here, this is also probably why air traffic control couldn't get in touch with the cockpit to let them know they had dropped an engine like a bad ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
But, and this is actually a good but.
Okay.
The loss of power did help with the investigation later because it let them know what circuit in the DC-10's electrical system had failed.
Oh, well, long as things are easier for the people who have to investigate after all the deaths have occurred, I guess that's what was really important here.
Yeah. So at over 300 feet in the air, and after unsuccessfully trying to lower their speed by pushing the nose of the plane upwards, the plane started banking left due to the reduced weight on the wing from losing an engine, before it slammed into a field 4,600 feet from the end of the runway.
Great. Just boom.
A large section and debris from the aircraft were flown from the impact so hard, they hit an adjacent trailer park, destroying 5 trailers and over a dozen cars. Is that covered by insurance?
I don't know. Thank God, I'm not an insurance adjuster, thank God. I have a soul.
True. And on top of this, the plane had crashed right by an old aircraft hangar that was at the edge of the airport. And this was used for old plane parts, and it was destroyed at the impact. But wait, there's more. Because this hangar was used for storage, part of that included fuel tanks from other crafts.
Okay.
So the impact ignited nearly a full load of 21,000 gallons of fuel, leading to only the engines and the tail section of the plane remaining, while the rest of the plane was literally incinerated and completely beyond recognition. But wait, there's even more!
Oh, God!
So, on top of the 271 people on board, 2 employees at a nearby repair garage were killed from being burned by the jet fuel that had flown out and hit. They were standing outside the garage. They were out on their smoke break.
They just got Final Destination.
Yes, they got Final Destinations because they went out on their smoke break and they happened to get hit by the burning jet fuel that was thrown out.
Wow. That is like, that actually would be some shit that would make you believe it's some kind of power, because clearly something wants you dead.
Yeah. And are we not going to focus on the fact that they were on their smoke break? And
Smoking kills everybody.
They were killed by jet fuel.
I guess jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but it can sure as fuck melt a human being.
Oh yeah, it can melt them really good. We actually get into that in a little bit, because Illinois passed a law after this happened.
Oh. Ooh, a law got passed, so you know some shit's real.
Well, it was only for the state of Illinois.
Well, still a law got passed, so you know some shit's real.
Okay, but first we're gonna go into the investigation.
Okay.
So this crash was already a big deal when it happened, and it was exacerbated when an amateur photographer caught a picture of the plane in the air rolling onto its left side, and they also got a picture of the fireball after the plane made impact with the ground and the nearby storage warehouse. So those two pictures immediately got published.
So is that like the luckiest day of your life or the unluckiest day?
Depends on how much TMZ will pay me for the pics.
I guess, yeah. But I mean, still, like, even though you got, like, the best picture of the disaster, you're still photographing the moment when people die. I think I'm just too empathetic to be a reporter.
I mean, I couldn't be a reporter.
Yeah, I think I have too much empathy.
I couldn't be a reporter because whenever I took my one journalism class in college, I was like, I don't feel morally right with this idea of you need to... we were literally taught, like, you have to make sure a story is good enough to be on, like, the news or get itself published so you can have a career. And if it's not that way on its own, you need to make it that way.
Yep.
And I'm just like, no, I don't feel morally okay with that.
Yeah.
The big thing hindering investigation for the crash was the fact that so much of the plane was just immediately destroyed and incinerated.
Okay.
And there was little for the Federal Aviation Administration to work with. But they could work on how we got to that point with the engine falling off. And we did figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, doing research into maintenance done on the plane, the FAA found that a money-saving decision...
Oh god, it's always the money-saving decisions.
At a maintenance check in Tulsa, Oklahoma, caused what would ultimately lead to the engine falling off.
The engine had to duck out to make room for another Build-A-Bear.
I swear to... So the engine of the wing...
Oh, hold on, the ads interrupted us for Dax, so let's vamp a little bit.
Okay, Dax, what was the last thing you heard?
Oh, no, they're in the... They can still chat even whenever they're in the middle of it. Fucking hell!
I don't know how this works.
Goddamn steaks.
I don't know how this works. I don't watch Twitch.
You don't watch me? Well, but you're subscribed to me, so... Actually, where'd all the sub badges go?
I don't know. What'd you do?
I don't... Actually, legit, where did all my sub badges go? Actually, I'm just now realizing that. What the fuck? At least I don't see them on my chat.
Oh my god, Dex, you got it at the worst time. So, the thing that hindered the investigation was the fact that the plane was completely fucking obliterated on impact, and they had little to work with. So they decided to work backwards on why engine fall off. You okay, Bird?
Yeah, I mean, I still have the ability to sub.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a little bit distracted by that. Yeah, go ahead and continue. Maybe it's just, I think it might just be a glitch on Twitch's. I still have the subscriber button, which means that it's not like I'm, like...
Not affiliated or anything?
Yeah, it's not that, so, okay. Alright, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
So, the FAA found that the maintenance team in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who did a routine check on the plane, did a money-saving decision. So, let's get a little bit technical. So, the engine of the wing is attached with a pylon that connects it to the wing. So the engine's not directly boop boop onto the wing.
Right.
It's got a buffer in between it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
And when you do maintenance and check these systems, you have to detach the engine, and then you have to detach the engine from the pylon and then the pylon from the wing. They're two separate pieces, and you have to basically take them off separately to avoid damaging them.
Okay.
At the very least, you'll be able to repair one while saving the other if an issue pops up.
Fucking up these well done steaks.
That's because people have no taste.
Yeah.
However, so that's the right way to do this. However, it would save you 200 man-hours per aircraft to detach them as a single unit by using a forklift.
Oh no.
Which is not at all a way of detaching them while maintaining precision. Because the thing with airplanes, especially with, the things that make them go vroom, is you gotta be really fucking precise about what you're doing and what you're seeing. You can't do that with a forklift. They couldn't see what they were doing. They had to fully rely on, like, other people telling them, okay, go up, go up, go up, go up.
You're good, keep going. Oh god, it's like the SpongeBob scene where he's scraping up against the wall. It's like, keep going, you're good, you're good, you're good.
That's literally this. It's
Jesus.
literally them fucking up the Flying Dutchman and saying, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're fine. So, this, of course, prioritized money over safety.
Naturally.
Because why do you need an engine to work on a plane?
No.
It's fine, it's fine.
Everything's fine.
So, what happened was that the pylon mounting bracket ended up getting bent. Because, again, the person in the forklift didn't have a precise view of what they were looking at.
Fucked up the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, so this bracket ended up getting bent, and this also resulted in the bolts mounting it to the plane to be out of place. And we've talked about this before. If the bolts are not exactly in place, they will wear down and tear down a lot faster because they're having to operate in an unnatural position than what they were intended.
Right.
So this is what happened here, along with a bent bracket, which led to fatigue cracking that got worse with each takeoff and landing cycle in the 8 weeks leading up to the disaster, where ultimately the bolt and the bracket just completely broke, and that's why the engine fell off.
So it was just like oh man. So it just was slowly
It was slowly breaking down.
Wow. Imagine if you'd been on that plane before the explosion and you learned that and you're like, oh fuck, that could have been one of the flights that I was on. That's just the kind of reason why Ashley does not like why Ashley's scared of flying.
I mean, I don't blame her.
Yeah.
So, another big question was how the pilots lost control and couldn't stabilize themselves. But the National Transportation Safety Board, back at it again, they said that no pilot or captain, no matter how experienced they were, could have recognized what was wrong with the aircraft in time to prevent the crash. So they immediately came to these dead guys' defenses. They were like, no one in that cockpit could have prevented what had happened because it was completely out of their hands at that point.
Yeah. Like, the only time that you know that the engine is gonna fall off is when the engine fucking falls off.
Yep. So, the aftermath.
Oh boy!
Mm-hmm. So, the FAA immediately hit American and Continental Airlines with fines of $500,000 and $100,000 respectively for improper maintenance practices.
Wow, what a...
But wait, there's more!
Man, it kind of feels kind of fucked up that we attribute these just completely arbitrary monetary values to fucking human lives.
Yeah. So you know how I said there was 273 people who died as a result of this?
Yes.
We're making it 274. An American Airlines mechanic who had worked on the maintenance check of the plane, he committed suicide not long after the crash because of guilt that he felt. Isn't history fun?
Tons of fun. Fuck, how did I do this last time? God damn it.
I don't know. So all DC-10s were immediately pulled off runways, and they had their certifications suspended, and all that were in use were immediately inspected properly, while the FAA ordered for the DC-10's warning systems and flight manuals to be revised and updated, mainly where it concerns engine failures.
Okay.
No, you had to put the yellow up, like, a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we're getting to the fun fact about the Illinois law passed. So Illinois passed a law for dentures to be marked with identifying information for the wearer because forensic dental work was the only way half of these victims could be identified.
That was not the direction I was expecting this to go in. Because, like, whenever you started saying dentures, I was like, is dentures a funky word for, like, a part of the plane? Like, you know, you have to sign your work whenever you complete inspection on a plane or some shit?
Yeah. No, the dentures like our grandma wears.
Wow. Okay. You know what? Fair enough.
So yeah, in Illinois, if you get dentures, they have an identifying number on them that immediately, you know, that corresponds to who it was prescribed to.
Mm-hmm.
So that if you die and your body is beyond recognition, they can use they can use dentures to identify you.
Okay.
Yeah, fun fact.
Cool.
So the victims of the crash didn't have a permanent memorial made for them for 32 years.
Why? Just,
But wait, there's more. It took a 2-year effort by a 6th grade class in Decatur Classic School in Chicago to get funding for a 2-foot-high concave wall of interlocking bricks, displaying the names of the victims to be put in Lake Park on October 15th, 2011, 2 miles east of the crash site.
Why did it take that long?
Because no one cared about it until a 6th grade class decided to make it their class project.
Wow. Fucking hell. You die and then you find out, yeah, sorry, you're not important enough for us to, like, give a fuck about you dying.
Yeah. A remembrance ceremony was held on May 25th, 2019 for the 40th anniversary of the accident.
Okay.
No one person was held accountable, no one really suffered, and many planes ended up crashing for the next decade or so before real reform came to pass, and no information on any lawsuits was found.
Wow, so shit just was like, well, them's the breaks.
Fuck you, got mine.
Them's the breaks, kid.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Pretty fucked up, not gonna lie. Like, that's...
Yep.
Wow, that's just depressing, not gonna lie.
And that's the end of it. What did we learn today, kids?
Life sucks.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah, but, like, now it's like... One thing that we're absolutely certain about is just life just fucking sucks.
Were you not already certain of that? I thought you were on my depression level.
I mean, there are brief moments where I still have a little bit of hope.
What's that like?
I mean, they're dying out, so...
I was about to say, what's it like getting that without being heavily medicated?
I mean, they're getting fewer and farther between, not gonna lie. Airline companies are heretics.
I mean, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna talk about
The Silver Bridge collapse.
the Silver Bridge collapse.
While Bird tries to figure out how to do the tile. I actually have installed Tile IRL. It's not fun. I don't recommend it. If you can hire that shit out, please hire that shit out.
Get a professional to do it.
Like, hire that shit out, y'all, because Tile is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it's just sucks.
Oh, okay. Dax is like, oh, I cannot wait for the ads to cut the story off.
Just holler whenever the ads hit. We'll stop and vamp a little bit so that you can... Why did you drop your phone?
Because I'm an idiot. How do you not know this by now?
Because you're like you're my sibling, and there's no way my sibling can be an idiot.
You have too much faith. See, there's that pesky hope. Okay, the Silver Bridge collapse of 1967.
Okay.
So we gotta do some background and we're gonna talk some engineering.
Ooh boy! Fun times.
Alright. So, the Silver Bridge was an I-bar chain suspension bridge that was built in 1928. It was meant to carry U.S. Route 35 over the Ohio River to connect them between West Virginia and Ohio.
West Virginia! Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not, but I kind of also am at the same time, if that makes sense.
So, the bridge was dubbed the Gateway to the South. Because, I mean, if you're going to...
Turn back! Turn back now! Turn back!
If you can hear banjos, you've gone too far.
Turn back!
It was also called the Silver Bridge because of the metallic paint used on it. That was literally the only reason it was called that. They were just like, it looks silver with this paint on it. Fuck it. It's a silver bridge now.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
But I'm just like, that seems so lazy.
Have you not been paying attention during, like, every single episode of this fucking podcast?
I don't know. I kind of just read off stuff that I paid attention to when I was writing it, and then I stopped.
Alright, fair enough.
It's like notes in class. You're paying attention while you're writing them down, but as soon as it's on the paper, you're like, well, it's there. I don't have to, like...
Yeah, your brain just goes, well, I don't have to digest this because it's written down.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing you run out the time.
I have, like, once or twice.
See, that's the whole thing of me not paying attention. So anyway, the bridge was designed by J.E. Grainer Company and constructed by the American Bridge Company. I wonder what they built.
I don't know.
The American Bridge Company, that I'm going to call it ABC, settled on using an I-bar design for the bridge purely because it was cheaper.
Naturally.
See, with an I-bar design, you don't have to use cables of steel wire like you see on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's actually not a lot of cables. It's more just like a system of very carefully placed counterbalances.
Very carefully placed, I feel, is going to be kind of the key thing here.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
So, the I-bars are long steel plates about 2 inches thick with a 12-inch face, and they were between 44 and 55 feet long. So, long pieces of metal, and at each end was a hoop.
Okay.
So, to connect these two, you basically put 2 hoops on top of each other, and you stick an 11-inch pin into it, and basically making it a bicycle chain.
Okay. Alright. I think I'm following you.
These bars, they had to bear the hanging weight of the vertical supports holding up the bridge deck below.
How well did they do with that?
Well.
Well, actually.
Well, see, I-bar bridges were a model of bridge that had already been successful before this.
Okay.
More specifically, the 3 sister bridges in Pittsburgh, they use the I-bar design, and they were constructed around the same time.
Okay.
However,
oh boy,
the 3 sister bridges, they were shorter than the Silver Bridge, and they used 8 I-bars in a section to hold weight. So they had... how do I explain this?
I don't know. How do you explain it?
Okay, so you know how the big vertical tower of a bridge is connected by the wires or figures that kind of slope down and connect to the next one.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So these slopes on the 3 sister bridges, they had at least 8 I-bars there to connect each piece to give it plenty of weight, and if something should fail, then there are plenty of backups there to keep the bridge upright.
I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, no, you're not. But with the Silver Bridge, it only used 2 I-bars in each section.
I feel like that's not. I feel like.
So kind of, if something broke,
it gonna really broke. If something broke, it gonna really broke.
Yeah. So on top of the I-bars, the bridge also had rocker towers, and these were very common in Europe, and they would allow the bridge to respond to live loads by slightly tipping instead of going rigid and causing more stress. So
yeah, that actually does. That one,
leeway.
yeah, that one actually does make sense. You actually do want. You'd be surprised how malleable you actually do want your bridges to be. I mean, you know, like you actually do want them to have give in certain situations. Otherwise, like it's like how, you know, whenever a big wind kicks up, the tree that survives is the one that can bend in the wind.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on.
Okay, I'm holding.
Hold on.
I'm holding. We're all holding. We're still holding.
Give me a goddamn second.
Sorry.
Okay, so in the disaster chat, I uploaded an image of an eye-bar design that is not assembled.
Okay.
But you can also, like, look at that bird. You can see how it easily fits together, right?
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
So,
makes sense to
the
me.
3 sister bridges, they had 8 of these in every single place.
Right.
To, again, give the bridge a lot more ability to hold shit.
Okay.
But the silver bridge only had 2 of these in each place.
Okay.
So, and again, they had the rocker towers, which made it so they would have to move. And movement causes wear and tear.
Right,
As we have learned
yeah.
on this stream.
Learned kind of in general with this stuff.
Yeah. So one of the stresses that happened on this bridge a lot happened 5 days a week and got worse with each generation of automobiles, aka traffic jams.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So,
oh god, you just prepped yourself for this part. Like she's like cracking her neck in preparation. That's the state that we're currently at.
Look,
she about to lay down some serious Billy May shit on us.
I watched a fucking video on. I watched a video documentary on this whole thing, and I saw a couple articles, one of which had eyewitness accounts that I'm gonna include in here.
Ooh.
So I put more effort into this one than the others. So fucking what? Sue me.
We just might.
Yeah, bite me. So, the daily commute was made worse by the fact that the bridge swayed a lot.
Okay.
You don't want your bridges to move a lot.
It's typically not the best thing for the bridge to move that much.
Yeah, locals in the area, they knew you do not want to be in the middle of the bridge at most times of the day. Because that bridge will be swimming and swaying.
Swinging and swaying.
Yep, it will be doing a lot.
Fuck! I'm so close.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Was that being were you being patronizing just then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So locals would avoid being in the middle of the bridge, especially in the middle of the day, because the rocking would get so bad your car would tip back and forth on the 2 wheels on each side.
Wheels on the bus go round and round indeed.
Yeah.
There you
go, you did it. So, the day of the actual disaster.
Here we go.
Here we go, children.
We had a nice little build up. We're all primed. We are at full mast, ready to go.
So, on December 15th, 1967, at about 5 p.m., I-bar number 330 at the top of the Ohio Tower developed a small 0.1-inch deep crack due to stress and corrosion.
Okay. Oh boy, that's always how it starts. Starts with a little crack. That was not a drug joke. That was just an engineering joke.
Yeah.
And kind of also a drug joke.
So it developed the crack and then it immediately broke. And this was transferring weight suddenly downwind, basically.
Mm-hmm. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, so the weight suddenly shifted to the other ends of the I-bar, which also caused stress, and collapsed because of the sudden shift. And it kept going and going and going and going like a chain reaction.
You ever seen that scene in, I think it was Jurassic Park 2, whenever, what's-her-face lands on the glass? And then it's like,
slowly cracking and cracking.
yeah, and she's gotta, like, disperse her weight very carefully. Oh, fuck!
Please tell me you saved.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Well, I didn't save, but at least I know to hit retry instead.
You. So, basically this caused a hell of a chain reaction that ended up having the bridge just completely collapse and go in the water within 60 seconds.
Cool, so, like, once it starts... It's like fucking Pop-Tarts. Once it starts, the fun don't stop.
You mean Pringles?
Oh, I guess.
Anyway. So, I have those eyewitness accounts here.
Oh, goody.
Charlene Wood, who was pregnant at the time, was driving home from her job at a hair salon, and she approached the bridge when hard shaking began. She actually managed to put her car in reverse and was fast enough to get off the main bridge.
Wow!
What?
No, I'm just... That she managed to get off the bridge. Like...
Oh, she managed to get off the bridge. Her car ended up stalling because of the harsh shaking, but it managed to get her far... She was 4 feet away from the precipice of the end of the bridge.
Fuck.
So she had just barely managed to stay alive by 4 feet.
Holy
and
shit.
Keep her car.
She actually Final Destination to that shit.
Yep.
In Final Destination 2, everyone, the pregnant lady survives the initial car pileup.
Spoiler alert. There you go. You win.
Oh, okay. That was easier than I expected. Just kept on ramming him. Ramming speed!
Again, I think I saw this fight in Kingdom Hearts once.
Probably.
It reminds me of Kingdom Hearts 2, the fight in the Pride Lands.
I really just feel like this guy came from a Danganronpa game.
He looks like it.
They kind of
That man is dead!
Yes, a man is dead, Olivia. A man is very much dead.
Excuse you, I watched the Mortal Kombat movie. When someone hits their head like that on the ground, they are dead.
I need to watch that movie. How is it? Is it good?
I like it. I really like it. Like, yeah, it does some shit, and I'll fully cop to that, but you know what? If I wanted a really good, deep movie, I wouldn't be watching fucking Mortal Kombat. I go in there to slightly adhere to see some of the characters that I like. I go in there for some hardcore fighting and gore, and baby doll, I fucking got it.
Well, that's what matters. You got what you were looking for.
Yeah, they did waste a certain character, but honestly, they made me like a character I have always hated.
I'm trying to think of who that might be.
Yes.
Let's see. Character that you've always hated. I'm trying to think of a character you've always hated.
No, not Kano. I've always found him, like, just a cheeky little shit.
Johnny Cage? No,
he's
you
not
kind of
in,
liked it.
He's not in this one.
Oh, okay. And also, you kind of liked him in the...
I like him in the older iterations.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you kind of had it, like, for the same reason. He's a cheeky bastard.
Yeah, he's a cheeky bastard. They made a character who I hated because he was so fucking boring and paper thin.
Okay. Kai? Oh, no, you don't even know. Do you even know who Kai is?
No.
Okay. Kung Lao? Well, no, he's kind of... Well, he got more interesting in the reboot, I will say. Kung Lao did. They played a little more on the idea of him being jealous of Liu Kang.
Yeah. But you're in the same ballpark.
Liu Kang?
Yes.
Oh!
I
didn't know you hated him.
I always hated Liu Kang because I was just like, oh my god, he's the main character, but he's so fucking boring. He's so goddamn boring. And I was just like, oh god, he's such cookie cutter, paper thin. Oh yes, let me suck your dick, Lord Raiden. Just like, ugh. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? First off, you put a pretty boy in his place. Thank you for that. But with Liu Kang in the movie, I'm just like, okay. You showed more of his friendship with Kung Lao, and you actually kind of made him useful without making him the Deus Ex Machina.
Okay. Sounds good.
They made me like Liu Kang.
Okay.
Raiden, they could have done a better job with him, but honestly, he wasn't in it enough for me to really care.
I need to try another sword. This ain't working out. This thing ain't working.
Yeah. I got my HBO Max. Anytime you want to watch it, just let me know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I liked it. I had fun. Like, that was the thing I wanted going to see a Mortal Kombat movie, was I wanted to have fun, and by God, I had fun watching it.
That's good.
Yeah. And yes, I did get to see my daddy Scorpion. I had fun.
Fucking shit.
They do, you know, a completely original story, and they're like, oh, we have our OC, Cole Young, and I'm just like, you know what, that's fine, honestly. I guess just because at that point I was like, you know me, I have been a fan of Mortal Kombat for years.
Really? Couldn't tell.
Yeah. Why do I not have a Mortal Kombat tattoo? That's my next tattoo.
Yeah, I think you were gonna get a Scorpion one.
Yeah.
But, you know, shit happened, so that kind of went on the back burner.
Yeah, I had a mental breakdown, and then I didn't lose my job, I just went on disability leave, and now I don't have money. Subscribe to my Patreon. Anyway. So they did something new with the story in this movie, and they had Cole. Honestly, I liked Cole.
Yeah?
I thought he was funny.
Well, good.
He's like...
kind of fish out of water character?
Yeah, kind of fish out of water, and yeah, we do have some kind of boring exposition scenes, but, you know, I was going in expecting that.
And it's kind of necessary for something like this. You have to explain the rules.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes no sense to explain the rules to Liu Kang, the main character, because he knows what the fuck the Mortal Kombat shit is. That's why he's participating.
Yeah.
He's trained all of his life to do it.
Yeah. They had Kano in it a lot more than I thought they would, and I wasn't mad about it. And they had Cabal in it, Daddy Cabal. Although they did kind of like, they didn't utilize his character enough. They brought back Nitara, which I was not expecting.
Isn't she the vampire one?
Pretty much, yeah. She's in this!
That is not what I was expecting. She's barely in the fucking games.
I know! That's what... Okay, so I saw it with James, and James was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, I literally had a Titanic moment of, it's been 84 years since I heard that name! Yeah, Kano carried the first half of the movie. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because they made up for it in the second half, and I'm just like, oh, you. Oh, you. So,
okay, but the question is, did they get a turf to play as Sonya Blade?
No.
You see how her fucking lines got dubbed over with a new voice actor? And I was like, yeah, that's right. Fucking eat my dick, bitch.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Like open wide and eat my goddamn dick.
Oh yeah, Nitara had no lines whatsoever.
Oh.
She was just there.
Oh, okay. Well.
I exist.
Honestly, I'm kind of having a Yamcha moment of like, you know what, frankly, I'm just happy she's included.
I mean, yeah. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, you don't seem very happy with it.
I'm just... They could have done better.
Okay, fair enough.
I like how they got to play Melina.
Oh, was she good?
I thought she was good, but it's again a thing of being underutilized.
Okay.
Because you know what? I think with the movie they fully acknowledge and they just kind of played into, it's like, you know what? You guys are here for Sub-Zero and Scorpion. It's the biggest thing carrying the franchise. We're gonna play into it, and we're gonna make it just the biggest part of the plot.
You know, fair, because they just have a very interesting dynamic.
Exactly. Dax, we're talking about how Nitara was wasted in the Mortal Kombat movie. How do you waste a vampire pirate? You just get rid of her.
You don't let her do anything. You don't let her be a vampire pirate.
Yeah, she doesn't... I completely forgot she was a vampire pirate until I got home and reminded myself who she was. And I was like, oh, that actually seems like a really interesting character. Too bad we don't get it.
I mean, it's kind of part of it. I mean, it fits up with it matches well with the games.
Yeah.
Fuck, I am terrible at dodging today.
You know, I think with the actors, I was okay with the actors mainly because they didn't just get people who could, like, do their own stunts and do fighting. They were like, no, you gotta be able to act at least a little fucking bit. You gotta be able to act.
You know that originally, the original choice for, Sonya Blade was Cameron Diaz?
That does
not in this newest iteration, in the original.
Yeah, in the original. Like, yeah, I get that. But at the same time, I do genuinely like that they got people who could do the stunts and at least act worth half a damn. I like Cole Young. I like his character. And you know what? I'm just like, okay, cool. Cool. I loved his fight with Goro. That was fucking awesome. I was fucking bitching. And Goro didn't actually look bad.
Was he as underutilized as, oh hey!
Dax!
Dax, thank you very much for the $10. So, why didn't you dodge? Because I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
Oh god, just fucking die already. Okay, so,
oh yeah,
so
we were doing a bridge collapse.
Yeah, at some point we were discussing a horrific event.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
But enough about Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Hey.
We were discussing a terrible tragedy, but enough about Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Hey. One last comment. Raiden fucking sucks in this movie. But he always
he
sucks.
never gets utilized.
It's just his actor was bad. His actor was bad.
I feel like there's so much that could be done with Rain that is just not getting fucking done with Rain, you know?
Yes, I need more Rain. I love his story, especially how it concerns, like, the Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on!
Like, this is very interesting, y'all. Please, can we just play with this just a little bit?
Please! Oh, they did include some, you know, wink wink, nudge nudge nods to other series characters in the movies, so I assume they're gonna bring them in later. Which I was like, you know what, that's fine.
Charge, where's the charge button? Where's the charge button? Okay, that'll work.
Okay, anyway, the actual disaster, I'm sorry. I love Mortal Kombat, leave me alone.
No, it's okay, we needed to pad out the runtime a little bit, so.
Yeah. Okay, so Charlene Wood, she managed to save herself. Okay, so Bill Needham, he was driving a truck across the bridge with his partner Robert Toe when the bridge collapsed, sending them both into the river. So he actually fell along with the bridge.
Holy fuck.
Bill was actually able to escape from the car because his window had been partially opened. And he was able to surface to the surface of the water. Surface to the surface. He got to the surface of the water and used a nearby box as a flotation device.
Wow.
And he was rescued within 15 minutes.
What about his partner?
He unfortunately did not make it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a running theme.
Oof.
Let's watch this funny scene first.
Before we talk about the horrific deaths.
Yeah.
Because rest assured, there are a lot of deaths in this one.
46 of them.
Motherfuckers stealing my kills.
You beat him. He had nothing left.
I know that, but he was a true warrior, and you gunned him down like a thug.
Travis, no.
And one of the assassins that I didn't kill has been helping me, so, I mean...
Yeah, she wants to bone me now.
Come back stronger and cut you in half. You are developing a bad habit. First that dumb schoolgirl, now him.
You...
Are you jealous?
Also, you supported it! Fucking... God damn.
This is why I try to be as transparent as possible as a girlfriend. Oh my god, his name is Ryuji! He is from Persona!
Oh, is that a Persona character?
Yeah, Persona 5. He's like he's my boy. He's my boy in Persona 5.
Okay.
And I'm sad.
I'm sorry I killed your boy.
It's fine. You keep shooting after they're clearly down because it's a double tap.
And a triple tap, and a quadruple tap, and a quintuple tap, and a sextuple tap.
That's the one thing I learned from Zombieland, which I have never seen.
I have seen Zombieland.
Any good? I've heard that
As good as it can be with fucking Woody Allen in it. Was that Woody Allen or was it somebody else?
Woody Harrelson?
Oh, never mind then.
Woody Harrelson's a good actor.
Yeah, never mind then.
He's fucking crazy. But...
There is one moment in Zombieland. I'm not gonna say anything in case you do want to watch it. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, you're fine to spoil it for me. I don't care.
Well, you know, I don't want to ruin it for other people.
Also, I haven't seen the Mortal Kombat recent DLC, so I don't know what happened with the rebooted timeline when they brought in Shang Tsung. I'm curious about it, though. Because I want to see Fujin, who deserves more.
We got some Nier going on, I guess.
Is she real? Is she dangerous?
How'd you do
What's with the All Might hair?
Read your thoughts? Well, you gave them to me.
That doesn't make
This shit is really fucking weird. This game is getting very weird.
Explore.
me?
Yes, you. You did not want to go back, so you reached out to my consciousness instead.
Is this Deku meeting All Might in a different timeline?
I don't know.
Be gone.
You should stay here forever.
No way.
We'll live
Forever and ever.
never leave.
I'm going back.
If you want to go to the other side, then I have no choice. I've got to kill you.
Why don't you come with me? You like it there?
I know you're trying to trick me.
Okay.
Is the one called Sailor Moon. I've tried to think of all the anime things I can think of.
Okay.
Oh, isn't that Kylo Ren's lightsaber? I know.
You don't really
I level 3 tier sub for Kylo Ren, so
I know you do.
yeah. He deserves so much better. Everyone deserves so much better. So anyway, Howard Boggs was in a car with his wife Marjorie and their 17-month-old child when they were heaved into the river by the collapse.
God.
Howard was able to escape, and he asked about his family as soon as he was pulled into a rescue boat.
It's like, funny story about that.
Yeah, his wife and child were found in the car 6 weeks later.
Oh.
Yeah. So within 60 seconds, 31 vehicles and 64 people were sent into the Ohio River, a very fast-flowing, very cold body of water, and 46 of them died. You know.
Standard shit.
Yeah, standard shit. Investigations. It was initially hard to investigate the collapse because most of the bridge was just free-flowing down the Ohio River within seconds, so they were immediately
It's like, we
losing
need
all
to
of
investigate. Okay, well, there goes all the evidence.
Yeah. The investigation really only kind of took off and mattered when President Lyndon B. Johnson released a statement about how awful the disaster was, and he practically forced a new task force on bridge safety to be created, specifically to investigate what happened with this.
Okay.
So through forensic investigation and the use of eyewitness statements, they were able to find out that it was specifically IBAR 330 that had the stress and the fracture that caused the collapse, but they also found a brand new issue once they realized what had happened.
Okay, what was the brand new issue?
So they found out that there was no possible way for engineers or maintenance crews to have found the crack unless they had taken apart the entire joint, which they couldn't do in routine work because it was integral to the bridge's structural integrity.
Yeah, it's kind of
Remember how I said it was a whole bunch of interconnected, very delicate parts?
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe there's a design flaw here.
yeah. I mean, with the Three Sisters Bridge, it's a lot easier to look into and take those apart because, again, it's 8 bars holding them up. So it's like 4 different little notches that you can look into. So if one's not working, 3 other are still there to support the weight. And again, they were shorter than this bridge.
just good practice to have a backup plan in case anything goes wrong.
That's another motto of this stream. In your hubris!
She just bitch slapped the fuck out of me.
Well, maybe you deserved it.
I probably did, to be honest with you. Why are little girls in my dreams? Like, let's stop and think about this for a minute. This guy probably did something to deserve being bitch slapped.
In your arrogance! So, one man, Henry Petrosky, he actually wrote a book in 2012 entitled To Forgive Design. And this is all about the Silver Bridge and its collapse to highlight the inevitability of the collapse due to the lack of ability to thoroughly check the structure. And it's actually kind of a fucking lecture on hubris.
I mean, we kind of all need a little bit of a lecture on hubris sometimes, not gonna lie.
Yeah. There is one idea, but I'm gonna save it for last.
We do have a few theories on what might have happened.
Yeah, there are other conflicting theories that people made of what had happened.
Yeah. Sometimes the stupid remote doesn't take... I know that's such a bullshit gamer thing to say, but sometimes... This game is actively trying to traumatize me, and I don't like it. This game is a hate crime.
Are you gonna call Glad?
Yes.
No way. Oh, chill out. What the bloody hell? About time you woke up.
Yeah. Are you the one who rescued me?
Found you, rescued you, same thing.
Collateral damage. So get out when you can manage it. Until then, I've got some good shit on video.
Fair enough.
We'll see about that.
So, aw. We'll see about what? Feels like you both just had two completely different conversations.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we got a couple of theories.
We'll get to them eventually.
Fuck, I forgot to save. Let me save. Okay, we'll get to the theories, but first, you know, continue.
Yeah, first, let's just give a little bit of the aftermath.
Okay.
Forgive your big brother who's too much of a shite bag to thank you face to face. You're the big brother? How do you know I didn't pop out first?
Which one of us popped out first? The point is, there's no honor in getting rescued
What the
by
fuck?
my younger baby brother. So I took it upon myself to proper kill Scott Gardner, Greg Cantrell, and Massimo Bellini.
Well, how convenient.
Officially ranked
Would you
fifth.
fucking people stop
No need to
stealing
thank
my
me.
kills?
This makes us even as far as the rescue goes. You and I still have a score to box off, but that's another subject entirely. So don't get yourself killed till we have the chance to finish.
Why are you Irish?
Why aren't you?
What is wrong with your face?
More about those
And in
assassins.
case you were wondering, I took pictures of the three skangers as souvenirs.
How long is this message?
Rule over them, because there's no way you can play through these fights. The game's stuff.
Oh, that's the... Okay.
Pics came out nice though. They probably made
Okay.
it paper for your cell. Well, I'm out of things to say, so I'll hang up now. Long message, isn't it?
God damn it.
Leave the man alone.
It's me. I have arranged the next fight. Come to my office.
I will get there when I fucking get there. All of you just calm the fuck down.
By the way, I did not like the MK mini kart racing, but I have a special place in my heart for the MK Tetris.
I was about to say, but, you know, we stan MK Tetris.
We played that for hours.
We actually did. I'm not even joking. That was... We unironically loved MK Tetris.
I never got big into the MK chess just because I'm bad at chess.
You didn't really need to be good at chess. You know?
So the aftermath. Every single I-bar bridge used in America was basically shut down for the time being, so they can have thorough inspections done. And luckily they didn't find any major faults with any of them that would cause the collapse of the Silver Bridge that happened.
So, wasn't that?
They inspected all the bridges to see if the shit was gonna happen again, but no, it wasn't. Because those bridges were made more competently.
Ah, okay. So it's just good old-fashioned incompetence.
Yeah. So the collapse did inspire legislation concerning the inspection and maintenance of older bridges in the US, but because our infrastructure procedures are completely shit, not much has been done with it.
America!
Fuck yeah. Alright, so yeah, they built a second bridge as a memorial to the first one.
I'm sorry, what?
They built a second bridge only 1 mile downstream of the original, and they built it within 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I've got it low enough, but okay, fine, game.
So yeah, the second bridge, it was completed in 1969 as a replacement for the original Silver Bridge because, you know, they still needed something to carry the highway between Ohio and West Virginia.
West Virginia! Okay.
So it's actually built with 4 lanes instead of the original 2 lanes. And it has a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. And I honestly feel super weird knowing they rebuilt something so quickly, literally just downstream of the original bridge that still has wreckage you could see.
Yeah, that feels a little odd.
But they did use a different design for the memorial bridge.
You know, capitalism. Gotta get keep the capitalism machine going. Like that shit of like this heartwarming story. This man cut off his own legs and fed them to the orphan feeding machine so that the orphans did not have to be fed to the machine. And everyone like portrays it as this really sweet story instead of questioning why the fuck there's an orphan feeding machine in the first place.
Oh. So a scale model of the Silver Bridge was put on display in the Point Pleasant River
Gene's
Museum.
looking good now.
Oh.
Inspired a new technique. We learned the step-in slice attack. Shake the Joy-Con to repeat the step-in slice. Okay, cool. I'll never be able to do that, but, you know.
Oh, yeah.
She looks beautiful.
So beautiful. So, scale model of the bridge was put on display in Point Pleasant River Museum, as well as a lot of literature about the bridge, and even an example of an eye-bar that was used to hold the bridge up. Like, a huge fucking 60-foot long piece of machinery here to show you what the eye-bars in the bridge looked like.
So we need to just
but
get
wait,
a good
there's
look
more.
At it. We gotta get a good look at how shitty the construction is, I guess.
Yeah, but wait, there's even more.
Oh god.
The museum closed on July 1st, 2018 due to significant fire damage.
Take a seat. There's something I
If it had been flooding, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah,
The
that
rule
would have been.
change?
No, it's about Henry. I want to clear the air.
Who?
Why?
Oh.
We are divorced now, you know.
What's that got to do with me? I don't want to hear any of that shit.
The last time when you and Henry fought each other,
Yeah, I remember. You stopped us instead of letting us settle things for good, like men.
but you don't know why I
Step off with the toxic masculinity, Travis.
I've had enough of that today.
What the hell does that mean? You told me a killer wins by killing. Now you say you want us both to live.
Yeah, you are getting off some really like
They're our
your vibes are kind of all over the place, girl. Not gonna lie.
Some bitch in the box stand. Telling me not to kill. How many personalities do you have?
It's actually a pretty valid question.
So what? You want revenge, right? Your
Maybe I do.
enemies could not care less about that.
Once I'm number one, these bullshit ranking fights are over.
I'm not so sure about that. We got another game to go.
As fucked up as we might be,
Hmm?
humans too.
Oh yeah, we do have another game to go. Don't. I thought you said we have another meme to go. I was like, what?
There's always another meme out there.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Also, what are we doing?
Battle.
Oh, okay.
Supermarket Guans.
Is this gonna be like the first boss fight from the first Dead Rising game?
I have no goddamn idea anymore.
But wait, there's also more. It's unknown on any future of the Silver Bridge exhibit as to whether the museum is even gonna reopen or not.
Oh. Wow, so they could, why don't they just build another museum, like, just down the river of it?
Well, a memorial for the dead was put in Point Pleasant to commemorate the 46 victims.
Okay.
Now we'll get to another popular theory of what might have happened to cause this destruction.
Is this the theory that I want to talk about?
Yes, it's a theory you want to talk about.
Alright, y'all, so here's the deal. So they're gonna feed you some shit about, like, oh, the tresses and the design, and they're gonna hit you with this engineering shit and all that.
Facts?
Yeah, alternative facts.
No, actual
questionable facts. Questionable facts, alright? And here's the thing, we don't let facts go unobserved around here, and really what's happening is you're all being kept from the truth, okay? Because there is a theory as to why the Silver Bridge collapsed, and that theory is that it was not the design of the bridge. The design of the bridge was stable. It was just, you know, a little bit wobbly from time to time, but a certain thing set it off. It wasn't that,
The weight distribution was off.
Yeah, the weight distribution was off. Specifically, it was off close to the bottom of the bridge, because a weight was on the bottom that was not accounted for in the calculations of the bridge itself, like the calculations for making the bridge work properly. And the real fact
What was it, Bird?
It was, in fact, the Mothman! Yes, that's right, everyone, the Mothman of West Virginia. One who has routinely been spotted throughout the course of a couple of years and is always sighted whenever disaster strikes. He is indeed the herald of disaster, including many deaths.
He is important enough to have his own statue in West Virginia.
And a museum.
And a museum, and an entire town basically dedicated to him.
Pretty much, yes. And wherever he goes, disaster follows. Not only was he spotted by multiple witnesses before the collapse of the bridge. Not only was he seen then, he was also seen in Russia before a bomb explosion took place. He was also spotted again in 2012, just before another engineering disaster took place. So clearly, Mothman has an issue with engineering in general. He feels the need to destroy American infrastructure.
So Mothman did 9/11?
Mothman did 9/11. That's the real conspiracy, everyone. And you're being, like, you're being blinded from the truth, which is that all of this is the Mothman. So that's the reality, y'all. All this other bullshit, it's all bullshit, y'all. The Mothman did it.
There is a movie called The Mothman Prophecies based on a book expositing the idea that Mothman did cause the Silver Bridge disaster, but because Mothman isn't real, it doesn't hold any weight.
You mean that bridge didn't hold any weight? Didn't hold Mothman's weight. That's why it collapsed.
Sure.
That's why it collapsed.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you say, honey.
I say it was the Mothman.
Mm-hmm. So, that's all the disaster I have. And that's my alarm for my medication. Excuse me one second.
Kayla needs to be medicated now.
No, I need to wait 55 minutes to be medicated.
Yeah, Kayla oftentimes needs medication to cope with the reality of Mothman's existence.
No, it's
and the implications that has on American infrastructure and just infrastructure in general. Because if Mothman can oh so casually take down a bridge, then what else? What else is he capable of?
Okay, Bird's lying. It's to keep me from killing myself and getting pregnant.
In that order.
Yes. Did it leave its calling card, a half-consumed t-shirt?
Yes, it did. We gotta take Minx to the Mothman Museum. I think she would love the Mothman Museum.
Oh, God.
You fool! Mothman is not the Harbinger. He is there trying to warn us. Listen, I do not subscribe to this concept of the Mothman being a benevolent being, because the Mothman is an all-powerful being, and an all-powerful being simply cannot be benevolent. It's impossible. The nature of just the personalities of individuals.
So if you guys want to drop any disasters in the chat,
yeah, I was just like, no, we're done.
or in the Discord that you want me to do, I'm good. It's fine. No, you can keep going about Mothman if you want. I don't got anything else. Yeah, I got... The closest thing to Mothman that I've ever saw was the BuzzFeed Unsolved episode about it. And the most I retained from that episode was that they went to a place that has a pizza that looks like a Mothman. And I want it.
Is it like Jesus and the Toast, where like they made the pizza and then they saw the Mothman in it?
No, they actually make Mothman out of different toppings.
That's actually really neat.
Yes.
Yeah, so how can Mothman not, like, we would go there and I would get with the pizza and I would just be like, see, Mothman, if Mothman not real, how can he be in my pizza right now?
Yeah. It's cute. You'd think I would bring you on that trip. Dragon!
Fuck's sake!
Hosting!
Thank you very much, Dragon, for the host. You're cramping my style, man, so you gotta go.
Me? Or...
No, this guy, the gun guy.
I was about to say, what the fuck did I do? I talked about Mortal Kombat and gave you disasters that were so thoroughly researched.
Except you didn't account for the Mothman.
Mothman is not real.
Yes he is. There are eyewitness accounts.
How many of those eyewitnesses were drunk?
They couldn't have possibly been drunk. There was driving going on. That would have been irresponsible.
Oh yeah, because that never happens in fucking West Virginia.
West Virginia!
God damn it.
Every time that West Virginia is said, everyone must yell, West Virginia! Because that's what Ashley does.
Okay, I can accept that rule purely because it's Ashley.
Yay.
And there's an ad going on. What you... Okay, I was about
I'm a
to
dragon. I mean, I'm a tiger.
I was about to say, do you not know what a dragon is?
No.
I know you know what a dragon is. I know you've seen Shrek.
Maybe I haven't.
I know you've seen Shrek. We watched it together.
So that was your eyewitness account. Oh, so an eyewitness account is okay whenever you do it, but it's not okay whenever people say they saw the Mothman.
Yes.
I see how it is.
Also, Hitler totally died in the bunker.
That one, oh yeah, that one agreed. Hitler died in the bunker.
And so did Eva Braun.
No, Eva Braun survived because she was experimented on by the Nazis, and she killed Hitler in a fit of revenge. And then whenever she left, she realized she was becoming stronger and faster, but also really attracted to light. And so she left the bunker, and she endured a hideous transformation, and she became the Mothman. The Mothman is our very first trans cryptid.
I'm with Dax. What the fuck are you on about?
Representation in our cryptid media.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Mothman is a trans icon, everybody.
I would ask, don't you guys have better trans icons? But then I realized, wait, no, you don't.
We got Kratos.
What?
Kratos is a trans icon.
How is Kratos a trans icon?
So we actually worked this one out.
Oh God, what have I done?
No, so we actually did work this one out during one of the games. I think it was actually the first game that we worked this out. So, Kratos, like, so he, like, starts off human, but then he goes through an experience and he transitions into a god. Meaning that he transitions and therefore Kratos is a trans icon. Possibly one of the first trans icons.
Hey.
How many fucking people are there? Good God!
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
How many things do I have to kill? Holy shit!
I don't know. I'm trying to find different topics to discuss for the next disaster cast.
Please come here so I can kill the rest of you, because I'm actually getting tired of this. Not gonna
Alright,
lie.
I found my 3 stories for next week. Dax!
No, we're putting a moratorium on the slapping because I'm still grieving.
You know,
we agreed to that. We agreed to that.
You know
That
what's
was an
gonna help you
agreement.
forget about that pain?
Getting the memories knocked out of me?
Yes.
Ow. It hurts.
I know it hurts. But you forgot about your emotional pain, didn't you?
Not really. Now I just have physical pain on top of it.
Well,
I just really want these fucking things to just... God! Why is it endless? I needed to not... No more! Is it over?
He's already dead!
Jesus Christ, no more! God, I'm actually getting annoyed.
Well, and everyone can get a little preview as for next week. So I have the Quentin Show Rail Disaster, Eastern Airlines Flight 401, and the Tacoma Narrows Bridge Disaster.
So, a plane crash,
possibly a train crash, and a bridge collapse.
Oh, okay.
So, a repeat next week.
The encore.
Yeah.
What if Mothman was in the mall where they kept ripping shit out to make another Build-A-Bear?
Why would Mothman be in South Korea?
I don't know. He was in Russia at one point. Motherfucker flies. Maybe he felt like...
And apparently has a fucking 8-pack according to his statue.
Yeah. But, like, I'm just saying, then it would be like, okay, so, like, it would be like Mothman in the Build-A-Bear with the notice of termination for all of the competent engineers telling him that this is not a good idea. And that's how disasters happen.
I do so much from you.
You do.
I heard it myself once, from 100 yards away. The moment it touched my ear, I passed out for an entire week. If I'd heard it up close, I can scarcely imagine. Forget it. Let's talk about happier things.
Bub could be a trans icon.
What's Bub?
Zombie, human turns into a zombie who's made to remember things about his life and then he fights the army. Okay. I'd be down for Bub being a trans icon. I mean, we need more, so, like, I'm down. Although I am one of those people who's, like, who feels that it is, like... I am, like... Also, I'm one of those people who, like, feels that representation still needs to be good. It's not enough to just have it. It needs to be good representation. And I actually get kind of annoyed whenever, like, because, like, people will accept this really bad representation. I'll be like, no, this is shit. We need better representation. They'll be like, well, would you rather have bad representation or no representation? It's like, motherfucker, we do not have to choose that anymore of either bad representation or no representation when there is good representation out there. Like, at that point, we no longer have to make that choice. Just, you know. I think it's kind of fucked up how we're expected to make that choice between either bad representation or no representation.
Maybe you're just getting greedy.
Yeah, I am. I'm greedy.
You know, Dex, I've actually never watched an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I have seen that Pepe Sylvia clip at least 50 times.
Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe
I'm gonna do
Sylvia.
a Pepe Sylvia thing, except it's gonna be Mothman.
You can keep that shit in your room. I'm not cleaning that.
I wouldn't expect you to in that
You
case.
you think my fat ass is gonna dust that? Hell no. Think I'm gonna keep your papers organized and shit for you?
Stumbled onto a major company conspiracy back. Look at this! Jesus Christ. I keep getting these notes, and I keep getting the messages. They're all for Pepe Sylvia. Everywhere I go, it's Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I check this whole, I check the box. This whole fucking box is Pepe Sylvia! So I'm like, I gotta find this. Oh shit, I gotta find this guy. I gotta get him his mail. I gotta get the mail into his hands. And then I go and check him out, and there is no Pepe Sylvia.
So I gotta answer.
The man does not exist. So I'm like, oh shit, man, that's crazy. So I gotta find out. I gotta figure out what's going on here. They have all these boxes for Pepe Sylvia, and he's not here. He's not around here. So I'm like, I gotta investigate this shit. So I go to HR. I go to Carol in HR, and then I knock on her door and I say, Carol, I gotta talk to you about Pepe. I open the door. What do I find? Not one single goddamn desk in that whole office. Back half the people in this building have been completely made up. This company's being bled like a stuck pig.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm gonna stop you right there. Not only do all of these people exist,
They've been wondering where the hell their mail is for weeks.
it's all they're talking about up there. We are so gonna get fired. All right, well, the good news, I have good news. We're not gonna get fired
What makes you say that?
because we've already been fired.
What?
Yeah. In the mail yesterday, the other day, a couple of pink slips came in. One for you, one for me. So what did I do? I mailed them halfway to Siberia. Now, will you calm down and have another cup of coffee? I am, bro. All right, Barney, give this guy a cigarette. He's freaking out.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Barney, he's the guy who tipped me off to Pepe Sylvia.
There's no one there.
Who the fuck is Barney? You don't say. Oh shit, where'd he go? Oh, was it an exact line for line quote? But it was pretty close.
I just love that scene so much.
It was a really good scene. Also, one thing that I do at least know, even though I haven't watched much of It's Always Sunny, one thing I do know is that, like, the dude,
Which dude?
Charlie is fucking illiterate.
Yeah, he's illiterate, and I've read conspiracy theories in the comments that Pepe Sylvia is actually Pennsylvania. And that he just can't understand that it's Pennsylvania.
That makes sense, because Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Makes perfect sense, actually. I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah. I think you're
Yeah, I
supposed
know
to
I
kill
gotta-
everybody.
I'm trying, man! I'm trying!
Well, I heard you killing everybody.
Okay, here we go. Get them all wiped out.
Tiger! 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 Tiger!
I am the Tiger King! I've always been the Tiger King! Now let me go accuse a woman of murdering her husband and doing it in such a way that absolutely no fucking evidence is ever found, even though that shit is literally goddamn impossible in modern day society.
Yep.
There is actually genuinely no fucking way to commit a murder without leaving some sort of evidence behind. It is not a case, and whenever they're like, oh, no evidence, there is evidence, it's just that the cops just don't give a fuck. That's the only way to get away with murder, is hope that the cops are apathetic enough or you're rich enough that they don't give a fuck.
That's why you kill the less dead.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why there are specific, whenever serial killers start out, there's a type they always, usually it's prostitutes, but there's always a type they go for first, and there's a reason why. It's because of cop apathy. We got really serious for a minute there.
You go for the prostitutes and the people of color, and it's even better if you go for the prostitutes of color.
Especially if they're trans.
Especially if they're trans. Oh
like,
god, if they're trans.
It's so far into cop apathy.
They would give you a
Trinity at that
medal.
point. No, it's like the cops would fucking help you at that point. That's how little the cops would care.
Yep.
Which is just a sad reality of our society.
Yep. Well, at least you can do some pretty good cardio.
Yeah.
Ah, rooftop battle, just like my favorite anime. What the fuck is going on with the moon?
An anime moon. Piccolo destroyed it. Piccolo's pulling it in for a better shot.
You know this song?
I actually like this song.
What is it?
I don't know. It was just pretty.
How tragic. Then let me teach you.
Are we in Nier right now? I feel like we're in Nier.
It looks like we're in Nier. It kind of feels like... I don't know. Is this like... modern AU Inuyasha or something?
No! Oh, come on. This isn't Inuyasha.
Why?
Because this isn't the same style as Inuyasha, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I've never seen Inuyasha.
Oh, wait. I got Inuyasha and Yu Yu Hakusho mixed up. This could be Inuyasha.
I was about to say, like...
This actually could be Inuyasha. I got Inuyasha and Yu Yu Hakusho mixed up.
Bird, quick, stop time and make her a donut. Yes.
Bitch, when I catch up to you!
Good job! You showed that air conditioner unit what for! The theme for this fight is literally just her trash-talking Travis.
Ow.
This is way too silly to be Death Note. I'm trying to think of other anime that I know.
Oh, god damn it! Alright, I'm not gonna lie. We might be in trouble here.
I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
I have not seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. My boyfriend has, and he keeps telling me to watch it, but I need to feel like it's my idea. I haven't watched it.
Oh god, hold still!
I don't think she will.
I gotta dodge whenever she turns purple. I gotta dodge. I gotta learn to dodge. Fuck. She's got like an Avril Lavigne sound going with her vocals. I dig it.
Oh, I don't doubt that's closer to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, it kind of does, and now that you say it, it reminds me of the aesthetic. Please don't do that.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You having fun?
No.
I'm not either.
Oh, god damn it.
It kind of gets sad watching a man get shot over and over again. I think this is the same apathy that happens in war. You ever see those really good dramas where they're in World War I, where they have all the trench warfare, and they're just getting bombed all to hell, but you see them playing cards because at that point they're so used to the loud noises, even though it means imminent death, that they just don't give a fuck?
Yes, I have seen All Quiet on the Western Front.
I'm kind of getting to that point. So, you know, I hope the Nazis don't, you know, execute you and then bill me for it.
Yeah. Fun fact, that happened to Eric Murray Remarque's sister.
Yeah, the guy who wrote All Quiet on the Western Front, his sister was executed by the Nazis.
Because of the fact that he wrote All Quiet on the Western Front, which, you know, made you know,
it made war not look good.
Yeah, because, you know, war's pretty awful. And whenever you think that war is awful, it makes patriotism a really hard sell, and they kind of really needed a lot of that in Nazi Germany to make the whole Second World War thing happen.
we start having fun?
Hang on, I'm getting the hang of it.
Okay.
Okay, no, I got this.
Okay.
I'm doing pretty well. Compared to how I was doing, at least.
I mean, you're actually hitting her this time. Sorry, I don't have much to talk about.
No,
I just run out of my stories.
You want...
Yeah, I'm fun.
Yeah. But yeah, Nazi Germany really needed to sell the idea of patriotism to sell the idea of a Second World War, and,
It's kind of hard to do that whenever you have this best-selling book
talking about how war is awful and, don't do war, kids.
Talking about the Lost Generation, how they were essentially tricked into being... into
Cannon
enlisting.
fodder. Yeah.
And, yeah, being cannon fodder. Like, they were tricked into enlisting so young they had no idea what adult life they would have after war if they survived.
And we totally learned from that!
Yep.
The idea of, you know, having kids go out and fight wars before they become adults and have no real grounding force in their lives.
How's our brother doing?
I mean, you know.
He got a good wife, he got lucky.
It's kind of the reality. I do think that, I'm gonna be honest, I just think that the age to, like, be in the military should be higher. Like, I think that you need to be able to have some experience, some time in a more, like, adult, stable environment, like, just figuring out who you are.
Yeah, I've seen, like, people who have enlisted, and...
What the fuck?
What the?
Bitch disappeared! Oh, bullshit!
I mean, she's gotta have her MacGuffin. Not her MacGuffin, her Deus Ex. Sorry. I misused that term and now I'm disappointed on myself.
You did, yeah. Oh, fuck you! Fuck!
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
So yeah, I have heard from people who enlisted and came back. Yeah, you should not be able to sign up for the army until you can drink and smoke, because sometimes it's kind of the only way to cope. And as dark as that is, I kind of agree, like, you should be able to drink.
I do think it's really fucked up that a person can, like, can sign up for the military and possibly get injured, like, in a way that leaves their quality of life permanently altered, and do all that before they reach drinking age. That's kind of...
And technically smoking age, because I think, I don't know whether it was across the entire country, but I know it was definitely in our state they raised it to 21.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I remember, because I remember going to the grocery store and guys just walking out with cartons of cigarettes.
Oh, because they were about to change the law?
Yeah, just a whole bunch of young guys walking out with cartons of cigarettes.
Interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, she knocked me into some health. Thanks for that.
Meanwhile, I'm kind of sitting here like, so we were able to raise the minimum age to buy a pack of smokes, but we can't raise minimum wage. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You can pre-order.
We only increase restrictions, never freedoms. Never things that could better us or afford us more freedom and, you know, more choices or anything like that. Always more restrictions.
Apparently, you can pre-order Destroy All Humans on the Switch.
Oh. I did it!
Yay!
Yay!
Da, 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 da.
I still feel like...
Isn't it?
It is, but I still feel like I'm in Nier. I like how we bonded over the fact that, you know, she makes good music.
Yeah.
Did you memorize the song?
100%.
That is so sublime.
think you're using that word correctly.
I'm using that word, but I don't think it means what you think it means.
Margaret.
Oh, it's Margaret from Shadow of Destiny, y'all. I killed my ancestor again. Well, fuck.
Again?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
3 to go.
Okay, seriously, everyone is already dead because with that moon being so close, there are tsunamis fucking everywhere. Holy shit!
Alice, thank you so much for the raid! Alice raiding us with 10 viewers! Thank you so much, Alice! Hey, everybody!
Hello!
Hey, my name is Bird.
I'm Kayla.
We are currently playing No More Heroes, and we're also doing the DisasterCast. Kayla has just regaled us with some amazing tales of engineering disasters. We do this every Sunday. Normally we do it earlier in the day, but family issues meant that I had to move things to...
Bird had to go clean up the mess of 2 middle-aged men.
Basically, yes. So normally we do these at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and they are really, really fun. I really do recommend them. We do them every Sunday, so I really, really recommend it because my work schedule increased, so I basically only stream on Sundays and Mondays. Sorry about that, y'all.
I mean, you gotta make that coin.
I do, unfortunately, you know, I gotta make that money, and by the time I get off work, I'm exhausted.
I mean, you're emotionally exhausted answering a phone for 10 hours.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Check them out. The top 3 are pretty tough. Just try not to die.
I am glad that you got to rate me, Alice.
Yay!
It's very nice to see you. What were y'all playing? Were you having fun?
Were you playing the Mass Effect Legendary thing? I think that's what I saw you listed as playing whenever I checked. Because not gonna lie, if we had finished up before you, I probably would have suggested to Bird we raid you.
I already did the toilet thing.
He fixed his window, Dax!
Did he fix the window?
Yeah, it's totally fixed. There's tape on it and everything.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Oh, Legendary Mass... Okay, yeah, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Nice, 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 nice.
Can we not play with Jean anymore?
I don't think so, because she lost all of her weight. Yeah, I did not realize. So we've been playing with the cat on and off, like, constantly, and it causes her to lose weight, and,
now she's down to her perfect weight, and she doesn't have time for us.
Yeah, now we can't play with her anymore, and I did not realize...
Why would you do this? I'm already traumatized enough.
I didn't know that it was gonna cause that.
I'm traumatized enough.
I know.
Oh.
I know. Okay, well, we have finished our stories for today, and
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine. And we've got 3 more bosses to do, so I think we'll finish this out next Sunday with your, we have 3 stories for next week.
It's a train, it's a plane, and it's a Tacoma Narrows Bridge.
Yeah, so train crash, plane crash, bridge collapse.
Just like we did this week.
Like the Holy Trinity.
Yeah. At least it's not a boat. Okay, love you, James.
We've had to steer clear of boats a little bit because, like, they just... Oh
they mess with Bird too much?
They mess with me a lot, yeah. They really do.
Okay.
Alright, so...
I'm sorry that...
Thank you very much, Alice, for the raid. Everyone stick around. We're gonna pass this level along because I need to do other stuff tonight, unfortunately. But I'm gonna send you guys over to Kita, who is also doing Mass Effect, so if you want to watch some more Mass Effect play, then please go check her out. Thank you guys very much for coming by.
The raid message is train go boom.
Yeah, raid message is train go boom. And tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll probably be doing more Devil May Cry 3. It's kind of bad that I'm not looking forward to it, I'm gonna be honest with you. That game's kind of losing me. We're gonna try, but we're gonna do it. And
you're gonna do it, but
I'm gonna do it and just kind of see if it catches me again.
I'm only a Sunday special guest. Thank you.
That is true. Anyway, thank you guys very much for coming out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking in there for the different time. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
DisasterCast will be back to 12 noon next Sunday.
Yeah.
So. Thank you guys very, very much. Oh, also, not this Monday, but next Monday, I'll be doing a stream with Minx, so please come out and enjoy that. Anything you want to say, Kayla? Mothman did 9/11?
Mothman does not exist! Train go boom.
Train go boom.
Train go boom!
Bye, everybody.
Bye!